By, and let's go to him right now. Roy?
Okay, Sam, thank you very much. We're just a few moments away between Leonard and Lalonde, and I think pretty much people are aware of the principles involved. Sugar Ray Leonard, of course, for the better part of a decade, one of the most dominant fighters around, one of the most glamorous fighters around. People ask why he's fighting Donny Lalonde. He's already established himself financially and one of the greatest fighters of all time, certainly. People don't know the story of Donny Lalonde, perhaps. A fighter that came along late, has only been a professional fighter for 7 years. We have a feature story on both Sugar Ray Leonard and Donny Lalonde. No one can dispute Ray Leonard's ring accomplishments. He is one of boxing's greatest showman athletes, whose savvy and courage are well chronicled. Some critics claim, though, that Leonard's talents are exceeded only by an enormously healthy ego. An ego that fueled the drive in these great fights, but an ego that makes it difficult for him to retire gracefully. Indeed, he has come out of retirement 5 times now. And some suggest that money, he may earn between $10 and $15 million for this fight, is at least as important as any other motivation to fight. Leonard says that beyond the financial rewards, boxing always offered him a challenge to test his will. He says he looks for validation of the public. There's always the spotlight. There's always the children. Lalonde's story is a stark contrast to Leonard's, a shy, late bloomer who hails from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Donny Lalonde says he fights almost apologetically. He never looks to inflict pain, he says, only to win the fight quickly, decisively. But Lalonde has never faced a big hurdle in his career. A pro only 7 years. The question for Donny Lalonde remains, can he deal with the magnitude? Can he deal with the expectations of this fight? In a word, can Donny Lalonde deal with all of the pressure?
Maybe he doesn't, that's a good fight. Maybe he doesn't realize what he's up against. Maybe because he's never been involved in an event, a major event. Maybe he can say that. But November 7th, it's a totally different picture. Because that's when Lalonde will meet reality.
I hope I'm going to have problems flying the pressure. I'm going to enjoy the excitement of the event. I'm going to thrive on the excitement of the event. I can't wait for the electricity in the crowd and for the anticipation. I think a lot of people are starting to realize this is the last fight of Ray Leonard, and he's going to get knocked out.
Donny Lalonde's fight weight is some 7 pounds lighter than normal. A concession, some say, could be very crucial to this fight. But will Lalonde's size and strength be a factor? What if Lalonde, the legitimate light heavyweight, tries to pressure him?
Lalonde comes up on bombs in the first round, second round, third round. Just defuse it. I just have to take away the power of it. Not be there, not be a stationary target. This would be a very tactical fight. I just have to break him down. Same principle of chopping the tree down. Same principle.
I feel great at this weight. I've been 171 for, well, the 3 weeks prior to the fight I was 171. I've been 67, 8, and 9 at various times throughout training camp. It's been no problem at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's been an asset to me to get down because I feel lighter, faster, and stronger just with the speed advantage.
Anyone who saw Leonard's mind games on both Roberto Duran and here with Marvin Hagler knows that Ray Leonard will use it as a kind of strategy. How will the psychological warfare impact this fight? Lalonde says he won't buy Leonard's ploys. He even suggests that Sugar Ray Leonard may be a shot fighter.
I admire Muhammad Ali, Michael Spinks, the way Michael Spinks handled himself. I respect Ray Leonard's accomplishments. The fact is, Ray doesn't know when to quit. It's like the rest of the great fighters. Ray's accomplished everything there is to be great, except fight for too long past when he shouldn't have been fighting. They all seem to want to have that last chance, try and beat Father Time. Ray can't do it.
Again, I find it quite interesting that I just met Lalonde about 5-6 months ago, and he's got to know me already that well. I mean, he knows me personally from what I gather, his analogy of Ray Leonard. But whatever he thinks or whatever he believes, to me, is not relevant because I'll make the difference in the ring, not what he thinks.
We are standing by just moments away from Sugar Ray Leonard and Donny Lalonde here from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. This fight, the Lalonde-Leonard fight, is not without controversy, mostly centered in Sugar Ray Leonard's camp. Sugar Ray Leonard and his longtime trainer, Angelo Dundee, split just about 3 or 4 weeks prior to this fight. It has to do with money. Angelo Dundee apparently didn't feel he was paid the kind of money he felt he should have been paid right after the Leonard-Hagler fight, about $175,000. Certainly that's not spare change, but not typical of what a trainer who is trained as long and as hard as Angelo Dundee has with Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, the two are apart for this fight, and we do a closer-up look on Sugar Ray Leonard and Angelo Dundee, the relationship and how it all fits in Sugar Ray Leonard's camp.
You're blowing it now, son. You're blowing it. Okay, put the ices back. Keep it there. Keep it there, Ray, baby, right there.
Angelo Dundee, part coach, part cheerleader, part ring strategist, there for Leonard's most important fight. Leonard won't have him there tonight. He may never again have Angelo. Will Leonard be able to overlook this ugly chapter in his career as he enters this important fight tonight?
I'll miss him, but again, what bothers me the most is the fact that I thought we had a special relationship, and by the way things happen, I really don't know if that relationship was valid at first.
Angie has been a big inspiration to Ray, and I think that whenever you have an upset in a relationship like that, it's got to have some effect. But Ray's overcome a lot of things. Ray's a great fighter, and he may be able to overcome not having Angelo in his corner.
That's my man. That's my man. But Ray, when you slide under the guy, stop. Nail him. All right. Don't grab him around the shoulder. Don't grab him around the head. Grab him around the shoulder. Working to it.
I have enough experience on that belt to know when to handle points. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know if you can handle points. It doesn't take a genius to know whether or not fight is close, too close for comfort. I also have competent people, which they don't acknowledge, who's been with me from day one, Dave Jacobs and James Borden. So that's not a major concern of mine.
Well, I hope they don't use it as an excuse that if they didn't have Angelo and that's why they lost, or if that's what they're trying to do. They're looking for some way to hedge. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know why Angelo isn't there. He's been there from the beginning, and I think he should be there. I think Ray should have stood up and said, Angelo, you've been there from the beginning. Whatever you want, you got. That's how he should have did it. Certainly enough money going around.
Deep breath. Ray, come on, man. Deep breath. We only got 3 minutes. Yeah. Come on, baby. We got 3 minutes. One more round and fight is over. You better. New chapter. New chapter.
He's like a family member to me, and it's apparent that it was never very solid as I was led to believe. And when you hurt or destroy a friendship, you lose it, and it's over.
The postscript to this story is what the Mike Trainer people, the Sugar Ray Leonard people, are saying about the Angelo Dundee relationship. Basically, Mike Trainer, the attorney for Sugar Ray Leonard, is saying that they paid Angelo Dundee the most money he ever made in any fight, including the fights with Muhammad Ali. Dundee just feels that he deserves more, and a lot of the fight experts believe that all the fights over the years, the multi-million-dollar fights, Angelo Dundee deserves better. Also worth mentioning that Dave Jacobs, longtime cornerman for Sugar Ray Leonard, was apparently also involved in a controversy involving money, although Ray Leonard told me he didn't feel it was a money issue. Dave Jacobs to the tune of $25,000 after the Roberto Duran fight. Let me bring in Henry Gluck, the chairman, chief operating officer for Caesar's World, chairman of the board here. And you have a big crowd out here at Caesar's Palace tonight, an enthusiastic crowd. This goes a long way to reestablishing, not necessarily that you ever left, but Caesar's is on top of the boxing world again tonight.
Well, thank you, Roy. No, we certainly didn't leave. This fight is I've just been told is being seen in 6 continents and 53 countries. This is the largest audience ever to see a fight before cable television. We're very proud to have it because it's a very important thing for all of our properties. These fighters trained in the Poconos. They're here in Las Vegas. We have a huge, enthusiastic crowd. An event like this lasts for 4 or 5 days, and our image continues on for years.
And a solid image it is, but I want to ask you point blank, if you feel there is pressure now from Atlantic City, if you feel that the competition is particularly good for boxing, or the price is going to get so sky high that no one can compete with each other almost.
I think you have to make a business judgment on each individual fight. As you know, we've had the most successful hotel in Atlantic City for the last 4 years. And so when there's an important fight, we're also anxious to be a bidder on that fight. However, if you look at the total economic benefit for the most number of people, it's the most important to have the largest audience, and largest audience, of course, is here.
Henry Gluck, CEO for Caesar's World. Now let's go back to ringside.
Thank you, Roy. And right now, we are set for the Canadian and American national anthems.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as is the custom here at Caesar's Palace, we honor the countries of the 2 participants in the next bout by the playing of their national anthems. First of all, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce the very talented Mr. Chuck Mangione, who will present the national anthem of the Canadian people to our north. And now to centering, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to call the Pointer Sisters, currently appearing here at Caesar's Palace, who will at this time present the national anthem of the United States of America. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose brought bright and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombers beating in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Pointer Sisters, ladies and gentlemen, currently appearing in the purple passionate room of Caesar's Palace. Ladies, a job well done.
And there is Sugar Ray Leonard. Nice outfit. Sugar Ray Leonard, 32 years old. Donny Lalonde says he's too old. He's an old welterweight. He may be 32, Randy, but he's well preserved. He's fought only 2 times in the last 6.5 years. The wear and tear hasn't been there on his body. But can he keep coming out of retirement and fight the way he once did?
Well, there's 2 different schools of thought on it. One is just, as you said, no wear and tear on the body. But on the other hand, boxers need to have that contact very often to keep their bodies really hard. You can get in shape working out in the gym, but what happens when the real punches with the 10-ounce gloves start crashing into your body with bad intentions on them? Remember, there's no time here. There's no 20-ounce gloves. This isn't sparring. Donny Lalonde has a major league right hand, and what happens when he drops it on that smaller body of Sugar Ray Leonard?
And Sugar Ray Leonard cheers as he climbs into the ring. A capacity crowd here, 15,000 at the arena in the parking lot at Caesar's Palace. Sugar Ray Leonard, 3-time champion, and now trying to add 2 more world titles to his trophy case. And now the defending WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Donny Lalonde. Born in Kitchener, Ontario, grew up in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Left home at the age of 15, turned pro at the age of 20. And now his greatest moment, a $5 million, maybe $6 million payday for Donny Lalonde.
Wonder where Sugar Ray Leonard got that robe from, Hector Camacho?
Donny Lalonde says it will be size and power against the skill of Sugar Ray Leonard.
You got to believe that the longer the fight goes, Donny Lalonde has a better chance. But I think early in the fight, he's going to see moves he never knew existed in a ring.
There are a couple of things working in Lalonde's favor. This ring is smaller than the ring Sugar Ray Leonard fought in when he fought Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He's got Jenks Morton as his chief trainer, not Angelo Dundee. Dave Jacobs, both longtime cornermen of Sugar Ray Leonard. They have his trust and they have his respect. And Jose Correa will be there as well.
But they made, I think, one major mistake that Angelo Dundee, I believe, would not have made. This is a very spongy ring, and a spongy ring is like running on a beach on the sand, and it eventually takes the legs right away from a boxer.
Donny Lalonde's manager is David Wolf. He took it over after Donny Lalonde went to Maryland and asked Mike Trainer to manage him. Tommy Gallagher has done a marvelous job of training Donny Lalonde. Has worked with his left hand, and perhaps the best cut man in boxing, Ralph Citro, will be in the corner of Donny Lalonde. The tail of the tape looks like this. They officially weighed in at 167 Lalonde, 165 Leonard, but I can tell you for a fact, Leonard is 162.5. The age difference, you see, the reach goes to Donny Lalonde and a sizable height advantage. We are set for the dual championship matchup. Let's go to ring announcer Chuck Hull for the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the WBC at ringside this evening, for the next bout of the evening is Dr. Elias Ghanem of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The officials assigned for the next bout of the night, the judges are Chuck Chiampa of Las Vegas, Nevada, Stuart Kirschbaum of Detroit, Michigan, and Franz Marty of Ostrichen, Switzerland. The timekeeper is Mike Lucella. Counting with the knockdowns, Al Bizek. The attending physician ringside, Drs. Flip Amansky, Donald Romeo, and James Dane. And your referee is Richard Steele. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Middleweight and Light Heavyweight Championships of the world. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Potomac, Maryland, weighing in at 165 pounds, 4 wins, 1 defeat, with 24 KOs. He is the holder of 3 different world titles in 3 weight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sugar Ray Leonard.
Manitoba, Canada. Weighing in at 167 pounds. His professional record consists of 31 wins, 2 defeats, with 26 KOs. He is the WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Donny, the Golden Boy, Lalonde.
Richard Steele with the final instruction.
Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
55th title fight for Richard Steele in 16 years as a referee. The moment has arrived for Donny Lalonde. And everyone wonders how he'll respond. Sugar Ray Leonard, one more comeback. Here they go.
And we all wonder, is it going to be one comeback too much?
Lalonde, the owner of a thunderous right hand. In the last couple of years, under the tutelage of Tommy Gallagher, he has gotten more maneuverability from his once immobile left hand. Good block by Leonard.
I can't help but wonder and think about guys like former welterweight great Jose Napoles when he tried to step up and take out Carlos Monzon. He got destroyed. How about Bob Foster when he went against Joe Frazier? He was a splinter in there. What will happen when Lalonde hits Leonard? And you better believe he will.
The Leonard movement. Can he get inside to use his quick hand?
What's going to happen when Leonard gets close and realizes he's not nearly as strong as Lalonde?
Lalonde has fought most of his fights at 172 pounds, has come down to 167. Leonard with a good right hand. Lalonde says it didn't bother me at all.
It was a good scoring shot.
But it sends a message that Leonard can get in and he can land, and he's got fast hands.
And that's exactly how I believe Leonard will fight the remainder of this fight. In and out.
Quick left landed by Lalonde.
Ray had to think about that as that right hand came whizzing past his chin.
Leonard calm and moving very well thus far.
This is maybe only the second or third time in the career of Sugar Ray Leonard, but I just sense he really doesn't like the opponent. Maybe he's just kind of psyching himself up towards that. I felt he never liked Tommy Hearns, he never liked Hagler, he never liked Roberto Duran.
I think that's strictly street fight hype, Randy. It's hard not to like Donny Lalonde. He's an outstanding person, and he's standing up for a major cause that he has expounded throughout his training, and that is stopping child abuse. Quick left hook by Leonard. And Leonard mixes it up a little bit.
You can see that Leonard does not want to get close.
No. End of round one. Donny Lalonde trying to get the nerves out of the system. Sugar Ray Leonard under control. Jack Morton likes it. Roy Firestone is roving around ringside. Roy?
Sam, thank you very much. We're with Jesse the Body Ventura, who just did a movie with Donny Lalonde. What kind of an actor was he?
Well, I don't know. I really didn't see Donny. I came in after Donny had been there. It's called Thunderground. Should be out in February. But I'm pumped up for this fight tonight. They're just feeling each other out now. It's going to be a lot more. But remember, everybody, November 24th, the Survivor Series in the World Wrestling Federation. Then I'll be behind the mic, Roy, where I belong now.
He can only break out of his shell. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Roy.
Back to ringside. Yes.
This is the only man who was let into ringside through security because everybody wanted his autograph. Jesse, okay.
And he didn't have the press pass and nobody wanted to stop him.
Richard Steele has to keep them apart before the bell, and here's round 2. Scheduled for 12 for 2 world championships. Donny Lalonde wearing an insignia on his trunks which says, "No excuse for child abuse."
How true it is. Both men looking for the right hand at this point. Leonard's got his cock waiting to throw it. Donny, if he has a chance to throw anything, it's going to be the right hand.
Leonard's not doing as much dancing as he did in the Hagler fight. Not using all of the ring, but content to be in the center of the ring and just peck away.
See, Donny's starting to load up on that right. He should have been untracking the left.
Leonard's got to look to counter that right hand to the body.
Donny Lalonde suffered a shoulder injury years ago playing hockey. Left shoulder, he's got a pin in the shoulder. Sugar Ray Leonard said he's going to be taking shots at the shoulder. Although nothing apparently is wrong with the shoulder. It might even be stronger because of the pin in it.
He has used a new physical therapist to get more flexibility in that shoulder. Now it turns into a bit of a wrestling match.
Donny doesn't mind it because you just have a feeling he's stronger physically than Sugar Ray Leonard.
Good right to the body by Leonard. Made Lalonde wince a little bit. Leonard not showing any flurries. Very few combinations to this point. It's been stay away from the power. And there was the counter. Leonard has been able to reach Lalonde with a jab. And the crowd responding. End of round 2. Sugar Ray Leonard sits down in another comfortable round for the challenger. Sugar Ray Leonard coming into this fight knew very well the power of Donny Lalonde, and he feels he knows how to diffuse it.
The key for me is to hit and not just hit, to be inside but not really be there, to frustrate him. It's similar to the way I face other opponents, Hearns and Hagler in particular.
And thus far, he's done just that.
Roll a little bit. Spin him some time. Let him just rest back on the rope, okay? He's trying to let him. Boom. Set him with the jab. Start early. Very good. Very good. Don't want it.
Here's some nice action. Straight left hand in round number 2 by the Sugar Man, and another one on the point of the chin of Donny Lalonde.
Sharp and get out. Tommy Gallagher, tricking for Donny Lalonde, wants him to get off sooner, quicker, using the jab. Round 3, scheduled for 12 for the WBC light heavyweight and super middleweight championships. Scorecard, Randy.
I gave the first 2 rounds to the Sugar Man, 10-9.
Me too.
He's just doing enough, I believe, to win.
We're also sampling the scorecards of some of the writers at ringside. Wally Matthews of Newsday has given Leonard the first 2 rounds, as has Mike Marley of the New York Post. And Bert Sugar, we can't read his first round. I think he gave both rounds to...
No, I worked with Bert long enough to know his scratch. That chicken scratch. He gave the first round to Lalonde, the second to Leonard.
I think he may have changed it on second thought. Leonard has not set out to frustrate Lalonde. What he's done has been just his tactical boxing.
That was a sharp right hand on the ear thrown by Donny Lalonde.
No showboating from Sugar Ray Leonard.
Not yet, anyway.
Business. And Leonard says no more retirements after this. He wants to fight every 4 to 6 months. He's back. He loves the spotlight, the glamour.
I said earlier, Donny Lalonde is going to see moves he never saw before in a ring, and he's starting to see them now. Leonard's right within punching range, and then bends down and goes left and right, and Donny cannot find the range.
Leonard has made Lalonde miss with his jab, and has beaten him to the punch several times. Lalonde trying to land that right hand. Lunging at times for that right hand. There's that right hand that knocked out Eddie Davis, giving Lalonde the WBC light heavyweight championship, and the right hand which knocked out Leslie Stewart when he defended it.
Donny just pointed to his shoulder.
Good solid right to the body by Leonard.
And I'm not sure what it was that he was pointing to his shoulder about. I think Leonard had shoved him away using his shoulder. And that could be very dangerous because if you shove a guy with your arm or your shoulder, you could cut him and hurt him.
To this point, Leonard's boxing skills and experience have been the difference. Technically flawless fight by Leonard. Glancing right hand off the top of the head by Lalonde. End of round 3. Leonard smiles. Lalonde pumps the right hand. Watching the action tonight is the man who saw a lot of action in the ring in the movies. Rocky is with Roy Firestone. Roy?
Sam, thank you very much. Sylvester Stallone. It looks like Lalonde is gaining in confidence a little bit.
Very much so. This is typical. This is like a movie. This is a Hollywood fight. It seems like everything was going against the man, the tension, the pressure, the crowd, and he seems to be rising to the occasion. Leonard looks very tentative. He's nervous. He hasn't quite seen anyone like this. He underplayed this guy a little bit, and I think Lalonde is like fighting above and beyond his ability right now, and it should make for an interesting venue.
Thanks, Josh. Back to ringside. Thanks, Roy. Out for round 4. The fella's not sounded yet. Boy, these fighters, they don't want the extra rest. They're in great shape. Outstanding condition on the part of both fighters. Good right hand by Leonard. Rocks Lalonde back. And Lalonde a little disgusted with himself that he let himself get tagged. And Leonard scores for the left hand, and now the speed of Leonard is showing. Lalonde still stalking Sugar Ray. The crowd responding to every flurry of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Lalonde had been promising to put tremendous pressure on Leonard, and he's not doing it.
Too much movement on the part of Leonard. Leonard moving out of the way, ducking away from those punches. Slipping. Thus far, it's been a masterful fight plan on the part of Sugar Ray Leonard. Lalonde bangs one off the chest of Leonard.
You notice how Lalonde pushed Leonard off with his shoulder. It's getting rough in there. And I think Lalonde realizes he can't physically manhandle Leonard.
And Leonard goes down. Sugar Ray Leonard is down. He's up to 4. And now what will happen? How will Ray Leonard respond?
I think he's going to move. He's going to get out of there, or he's going to hold on for dear life. His boxing life.
Sugar Ray Leonard was down in the fight with Kevin Howard and came back to win. Here, Donny Lalonde puts him down in the 4th round. Lalonde has been a great finisher whenever he's had his opponent hurt. Leonard on wobbly legs holds on. Lalonde rolling up the right hand.
Well, you're going to see him do that. He's going to just wing it from every corner of the stadium.
To that point, Leonard had been having a good round. Leonard missing that right hand.
Well, at least the canvas is a soft one that he landed on.
Leonard checking to see if there was blood. He thought there might be blood coming from his nose.
Not that the corner of Sugar Ray Leonard is a weak one. It's a very strong one. But I really believe they need Angelo Dundee in there right now.
Final seconds of round 4, and the knockdown by Donny Lalonde has turned it in his favor. And there is a cut on the inside of the nose of Sugar Ray Leonard.
In round number 4, for only the second time in his career, Sugar Ray Leonard goes down. Kevin Howard did it in 1984. And now this right hand, a glancing blow. It looks to catch Ray around the side of the head, and down he goes. It looks to be the... I think it was a glancing blow off the top of the head. He was more off balance than anything else.
The left. Now there's the cut on the inside of the nose. The left on the side of the head. Wobble. Sugar Ray Leonard.
It wasn't a great shot, no question about it. I think he was more off balance than anything.
Look at the left. Bang off the side of the head. This is round 5.
Leonard tasting blood for one of the very few times in his career.
Scoring on your card.
I gave that last round 10-9 to Donny Lalonde. I would have had a 10-8, except Leonard came back, and before the knockdown was doing pretty well.
Okay, that's how I have it also. Fight even at 38-38. 2 rounds apiece. Checking the scorecard of our sports writer friends at ringside. Wally Matthews gave that a 10-8 round and has given the last 2 to Lalonde. Mike Marley scored that round for Lalonde and has given Lalonde the last 2. And Bert Sugar scored the last 2 rounds for Lalonde. He's given him the last 2. Looking more confident now.
Leonard knocked that left hand away and get it out of my face.
Good left hand by Leonard. As he once again resumes using that speed. Sharp jab by Leonard. That's what he must do if he has any chance of winning against the bigger man. Left hook scores for Lalonde. Leonard got in a right hand. And Lalonde gets in his right. There's no way Leonard can trade with Lalonde.
Those body shots, those were real rib roasts. One with the right hand, one with the left hand. And we've seen plenty of Donny Lalonde. That left hand looks better than we've ever seen it. It's not a great left hand, but tonight it certainly is a good, strong left hand.
If Ray Leonard is to win this fight, it's got to be using that jab. Good hand speed by Leonard, the combination, scoring. And he is frustrating Lalonde with his jab, and he landed a right hand. Overhand right, rocks Lalonde, and another one. Leonard going all out, and Lalonde is holding on. Well, maybe I was wrong about Leonard coming in with a knockout. He shook Lalonde in this round. Richard Steele regained control after the rough out. Good right by Leonard. A big round for sure. Donny back to his corner.
You're letting him in the fight, Donny. You're not being mean. You're letting him in the fight. Let's go. Once you let him be first, it changes everything around. Let's go. Let us pass it.
Here's some action from round number 5. A sweeping overhand right. Rung the bell of Donny Lalonde. Another one kept those bells ringing. Lalonde trying to bob and weave, trying to just stay out of danger. But he certainly was a bit shaken up. You see Leonard trying to wing those right hands. His best shot is the overhand right. At least it was in his days as welterweight champ. Some real solid action in there.
Sugar Ray Leonard says he's a solid 160. And he has landed some big shots. Round 6. And Donny Lalonde has felt them.
I think as long as Leonard stays on the outside and uses that hand speed, jumps in and then gets out, the fight could be his. But if he loses his concentration and drops that left hand, he's open to the right.
Lalonde blocked most of that left hook. Leonard fighting with confidence.
I think Lalonde has let the momentum go right to Sugar Ray Leonard, and he's got to take it back. He's got to take it back by applying tremendous pressure. Because I just don't think Leonard has the legs to go really moving the way he did against Marvelous Marvin Hagler about a year and a half ago.
Lalonde's biggest problem is his stationary target. He gives Leonard no side-to-side movement. He's right there for Leonard to hit. So when Leonard charges in, he's usually landing. And Leonard is tough to hit for Lalonde.
That's because Donny's throwing what we call crooked punches. He's not throwing them down the middle. They're coming from over the top. They're coming from outside, but not down the middle.
Donny Lalonde, a marathoner, is in superb condition. Sugar Ray Leonard has looked good. He feels he can go the distance easily and finish strong. Good right hand by Lalonde.
It hurt Leonard. His knees just wobbled. He's in trouble.
Leonard backs up, tries to hold on. Lalonde trying to follow up and desperately trying to land the big punches.
Desperately and amateurishly.
And Lalonde trying to measure Leonard for that right hand. He has not used the left hand very effectively. Leonard follows up and lands the right hand.
Donny is breathing hard for the first time in the fight, taking some real deep breaths.
And Leonard landing that overhand right repeatedly.
That might have been his best overhand right of the fight. Nothing happened to Lalonde.
Another good round for Sugar Ray Leonard. End of round 6. I've given him the last 2 rounds, Randy, and I put Sugar Ray Leonard ahead 58 to 56.
Let's see that right hand by Donny Lalonde. He came in, he fired the right hand. It was right before that, I believe that it was, he landed the right, and Leonard was doing everything he could to stay close and take away the right hand of Lalonde. The left hand was a feeble kind of left hand. Leonard went over the head with the left himself open, and the right got him. His knees went. He definitely was hurt.
And here's Leonard finishing strong.
Aside from that one shot by Sugar Ray Leonard, or by Donny Lalonde rather, that right hand, it really was a Sugar Ray Leonard round. He did it with his jab. He did it with a few pesky right hands, but he's got to be very careful. There he came out, tried to suck a shot, went over the head with a right hand.
Round 6 scheduled for 12. It's Lalonde trying to put the pressure on. He's not been able to corner Sugar Ray Leonard and keep him pinned up against the rope.
Leonard's planting his feet, trying to get all the leverage in his 165 or whatever it is, 162-pound body.
Leonard using his smarts to get off the ropes and out of trouble.
There were reports today that Leonard, although he weighed 165, came in with some sand in his shoes, some sandbags in his pants. He never did take those pants off.
Those are more than reports. I have it on good authority.
He was doing it as a psych measure to make Donny see that he really was a big man.
His trainer, James Morton, told me he was 162.5. Our unofficial scores at ringside. Wally Matthews of Newsday has Leonard ahead 57-56. Mike Marley of the New York Post has it even at 57 versus Sugar of Boxing Illustrated has it Leonard 57, Lalonde 55. I've got it 58-56 for Leonard.
So do I. 58-56. 2 points. Sugar Ray Leonard.
And Leonard keeps landing that overhand right. Good right hand lead by Leonard.
And that was stopped Donny where he was.
Lalonde is shaken and he backs off. The right hand has been extremely effective for Leonard. Now Lalonde trying to measure Leonard. Again, the combination finishes with a right hand. Scoring for Sugar Ray Leonard. Good left hook by Leonard. Leonard could be making a mistake. Slugging it out here with Donny Lalonde. Lalonde, the puncher, is always dangerous with that thunderous right hand. But thus far, the superior boxing skills of Sugar Ray Leonard have been the difference in this fight. An awkward Donny Lalonde has not been able to land enough punches. And he continues to miss. And Leonard continues to land. Sugar Ray Leonard taunting Donny Lalonde as the round ends. And another good one for Leonard.
Hey, baby. Hey, happy. All right, look. You're waiting. You could be firing back. I got it. You could be firing back. Listen to me. Now, listen to me. You got to stay tight on the rope and fit. Don't look to run. Don't look to loop your punches. Calm down. Very nice. He's ready, baby. He's ready.
Don't try to knock him out with one right hand. You got to throw 2-3 punches. 2-3 punches. 2-3 punches.
Very nice round for Sugar Ray Leonard. He gave what we call a paint job to Donny Lalonde, hitting him all over the place. Left hand, right hand, arm, body, head.
Round 8 scheduled for 12. Leonard was down in the 4th, but was not really hurt. There's a slight cut on the inside of the nose of Sugar Ray Leonard.
And that cut has been there since he got knocked down in the 4th round.
Good left hand by Leonard. Sends perspiration flying around the ring.
It's become a battle of left hands the last 2 rounds, and Leonard is winning that battle.
Sugar Ray Leonard trying to prove he can be a champion at any weight class. He's been welterweight champion, junior middleweight champion, middleweight champion. Now he wants the super middleweight and light heavyweight title. Good luck to the body by Lalonde, but Leonard answers. And Leonard scores a combination. And again, Lalonde backs off.
Well, Lalonde backed off, but I don't believe he was hurt by either shot.
But Leonard keeps piling up the points.
Right.
Leonard, despite a reach disadvantage, has landed the jab. Good right hands by Lalonde. Backs Leonard up. And a right hand uppercut. Landed and a straight right, and suddenly Lalonde's right hands are finding the target. Leonard standing toe-to-toe.
I could just about hear Angelo Dundee from his home in Miami screaming, "Get off the rope, kid, get off the rope."
Let's move. Round 8. Good combination by Leonard again. Leonard has scored in combinations. Lalonde is in one-punch scoring. Leonard looking a little tired, decides to back off or at least try to sucker Lalonde in.
You saw Vinny Pazienza try that last fight rather ineffectively. Leonard just did it as good as Ali or anybody else ever did it. He really looked tired, and he suckered Donny right in. But who knows? This is a soft ring, a squishy ring. Not good for a guy like Sugar Ray Leonard who likes to use the ring. He'd rather have a hard surface to bounce around on.
Good left hand at the end of the round by Sugar Ray Leonard.
3 nice left hooks. 2 to the body, 1 to the head.
Eddie Aliano works on the cut. James Morton talks from outside the ring.
Early in the round, Donny Lalonde came in, got a right hand in, after a left hand, got another right hand, came barreling in, tried to muscle Sugar Ray Leonard around, but Leonard pushed his head down and kept him off balance. 2 left hands here to the body, and then right upstairs goes Sugar Ray Leonard. 3 nice shots with the left.
Roy Firestone is at ringside with a view of what's going on. Roy? With Bo Derek. Bo, is this what you expected?
I wish Sugar wouldn't scare me like that. He really scared me from it. He's gorgeous. He's fabulous.
You think he can control Ray Leonard?
He is now. I think he is. Yes, I do.
Back to ringside. She's in control.
I just gave her a 10. I gave Leonard a 10 also for round 8.
I've given Ray Leonard the last 4 rounds and give him a 4-point lead as we go into round 9, 78-74. This is round 9 scheduled for 12.
A bit of a swelling underneath the right eye of Sugar Ray.
It has been mostly a one-handed fight for Donny Lalonde. He's used the left basically as a tease. It hasn't been an effective weapon for him. And it never has been in his boxing career. Good left hook by Leonard.
Lalonde had just gotten in with a short left hook to the body when he dropped his right hand, and Leonard got home with that left hook to the head.
Leonard's jab has been just superb. Earlier, it was Leonard's right hand doing all the scoring. Now it's the left hand doing all the scoring, the jab and the hook.
Leonard is finding it very easy to get in with the left hand.
Lalonde landed a couple of combinations. Leonard gets tagged again. Leonard not moving. Lalonde landing. Leonard stationary. Lalonde with a chance here. A big chance. Plenty of time left in round 9.
Lalonde is
good right hand by Leonard. Lalonde backs off. He's hurt. Lalonde is shaken up. Leonard going for it. And down goes Donny Lalonde. It's 5. He's up at 6. written all over the face of now the former champion. And now Ray Leonard carves another niche in the history book as he has now won 5 world titles in 5 different weight classes. What a performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. Yet another comeback and another stunning victory. He's the star of the show. His experience and his tremendous boxing skills took over. And a rock'em sock'em 9th round. Take a look at what happened. Sugar Ray Leonard landing the right hand, wobbling Donny Lalonde all over him. Landing with both hands. At this point, Lalonde is defenseless. Lalonde desperately trying to hold on. The left sends him down. He was up at 6. And then Leonard came in to finish him off. Tremendous combination. Lalonde is defenseless. And Richard Steele ready to step in. And again, Donny Lalonde down, and the fight's over. And another magnificent performance by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, with Sugar Ray Leonard, Ray, you had so many incredible fights, so many challenging fights. This may have been the toughest fight in your career.
Well, I have to say, Roy, that I have to give a great deal of credit to Jose Truman and this committee, because, see, they had said some very credible things about Don Lalonde, whereas there's some boxing experts didn't feel that he was worthy. That proved he was worthy, not just knockdown, but just his competitive nature. This fight also meant a great deal to me because I dedicated this fight to Randall Robinson and Trans-Africa for his undying commitment during apartheid South Africa.
Ray, I want to ask you about the 4th round. Was it more of a slip, or was it a legitimate right hand?
I got a little lackadaisical. He caught me. You see, Donny, because his left hand is not at his best, it comes straight from the right hand. So he timed it perfectly because I got a little lazy with it.
Late in the fight, it seemed as though, if we can move over here and see the monitor, it seemed as though you were gaining in confidence with him, and he was a little awkward, basically.
Well, he gives you the whole square. You know, it's not really that easy to hit because the way he faces you. But here, it's just an amazing punches. I knew one would get him because I thought I heard him through the body.
Took a good punch, didn't he, Ray?
Oh, he really did. You know, that left hook there was what I worked on throughout the gym.
Donny Lalonde came into this fight, and a lot of people said that, who's Donny Lalonde, even though he was a light heavyweight champion. I guess, you pay him a lot of respect after this fight.
One thing about it, Tommy Hearns was victimized by that, by Barkley, and almost like Kitchen. I knew he got to fight. I've seen him. Forget about who he fought. The fact of the matter is, he became a champion, Roy, and hell, he fought like a champion.
There was a guy that was sitting about 2 feet from me during the whole fight, and he is the IBF middleweight champion of the world, Michael Nunn. You want a piece of Michael Nunn right away?
Well, I'm going home and I'm enjoying Thanksgiving, enjoy my family, enjoy Christmas. I'll think about those guys later on. I got time.
Ray Leonard, congratulations, an incredible comeback and a big victory tonight.
Thank you, Roy. God bless you.
Back to ringside, gentlemen.
Thank you, Roy. Let's get the official announcement for bringing out to Chuck Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the 9th round. Referee Richard Steele stops the bout. The winner by a TKO and new super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard owns the spotlight again. 5 times he has won world championships. And he stunned Donny Lalonde by taking him out in the 9th round, something a lot of people didn't think could happen. Randy Gordon's in the ring right now with Donny Lalonde. Let's go to Randy.
Johnny, is something wrong with your voice, your throat? I can't say very well. I can't do it.
Okay, we're not going to try to labor it, but in the 4th round, you had him down. What were you thinking?
I thought it was just a matter of getting to him. There's a crafty guy there. Try to catch him again. He knows how to fight hurt. And don't know, I couldn't get to him. I tried. I can't believe it.
That final round had such ebb and flow to it, as did the whole fight. But right before you got nailed, you had hurt him. Did you think you were going to take him out?
Well, you know, I'd heard him many times during the fight, and so I couldn't expect it or count on it. But I was going for it. And obviously I just waited a bit too long. Our game plan was to wait and let him lead. Obviously he led a bit too quick for me.
Dave, you never gave up on this guy from the very beginning. You knew he was going to become a champ. What do you think tonight?
I'm not giving up on him now. I'm proud of him. He fought well. He had Ray Leonard on the floor. He's going to be a world champion again. And we just go on from here. We got nothing to do with things tonight. Nothing at all.
Donny, I know this road hurts you, but final thoughts. What's going to be with your career?
I have no idea right now, Randy, but I'm sure I'm upset. I felt I had this fight. I felt very comfortable on that. I'm very sorry to everybody out there.
No. Is Sugar Ray Leonard still the Sugar Man?
I don't know about that. He was a hell of a fighter. He won tonight. He was a better man.
Words of a champion who's a better man from Donny Lalonde, the former light heavyweight champion of the world. Back to ringside and Sam Rose.
That tells the story. Donny Lalonde, who wanted so badly to win this one and make the big name for himself, has become another win on the record of Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard winning 2 championships tonight with a stunning 9th round TKO over Donny Lalonde. Roy Firestone, what a night it's been.
Rose, and you know...
This is Aldana, Andres Aldana of Cuba. He is, well, another of those one-punch knockouters. Look at him against the Polish opponent. Watch close. Watch the left. There it was. One punch over. They do it again and again and again, these Cuban fighters. And if Leonard can escape that, they had to carry the Polish opponent out. Leonard can win a gold medal. I don't know if he can. He's a tired fighter. He really is. Both hands very swollen. As he punches and lands, it hurts all the way up to the elbow. He's fighting in pain. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm telling it right it is. So it's Cuba against the United States.